Hey again. So I got some good feedback last week about the show and tell, so I thought I'd do another one this week. I've got another 3 things, and I'll start off with a book. You can see here, this is of The Fountain. You might have seen the movie, Darren Aronofsky. It's one of my favorites, best soundtrack ever. And this is one of the first comic books that I bought when I moved to France. So it's kind of important in my history, let alone that it's of something that I really like. Pretty amazing. There's not a lot of dialogue. It's actually in French, so I didn't really understand it when I first bought it either. But it was Darren Aronofsky found Kent Williams, who was a comic book artist, did things like Sandman and Hellboy, and he thought that Hollywood would completely shut down on his movie idea, which the first time it did, and so he decided he was just going to produce it as a comic book because he really wanted the story to get out there. So that's how this book came about, which I highly suggest you find and buy because it's pretty beautiful. And let's see, the second item I have here is this little dude. You can see him okay. His name is Dr. Destruction. He is from, it's from a comic book series. I actually looked it up because I didn't know much about it. I only bought it because it was at Fnac, which is, for American audiences, is basically a mix of Barnes & Noble and Best Buy. Sorry, it's been a long time. So this is a special, I think Style R is his name, Commander, but I didn't get him because I like necessarily the paint job on him, which is just decent enough. You can take off his little cape here, you know, and he's got the little guy there that comes off. But I wanted to repaint him to look like the Phantom from Phantom of the Opera. So I basically just haven't had the time to do that, or the skills. I don't think I'm good enough at painting figures yet to qualify ruining the nice paint job that's on him right now. So the comic book series is Lucha Libre, and it's a mutt pop, so I'll give some links below where you could find them. Apparently it's a limited 500 pieces, so I kind of feel bad if I'll paint over it, but I don't really care what it looks like. I just liked the figure, and it was 15 euros. Originally I think like 50, so couldn't really pass that up on an art toy. The third thing is something I got when I was a teenager. Some of you might have it too. It's right here. It's the Smashing Pumpkins The Aeroplane Flies High CD set. So I saved up a lot of money and I bought this, and I was so proud. So it's got here some special editions of the music, stuff that wasn't released on the other CDs, longer editions of songs and things like that. And then it came with this little, art book here, talking about all the songs and special pictures. And oh, I was so in love with Billy Corgan. And it's really good still. I mean, listening to the music, and again, it's nice to have the CDs, so like if I lose the digital files, I can just rip them again. But I don't really buy that much music anymore. But this remains part of my hardened collection that I never plan to get rid of, even though CDs are a little obsolete now. But I'll see if I can find a link to where somebody could buy it if they're looking for it. But it's one of my favorites still. So there you go. Those are my 3 things for this week. I think I'll release these every Tuesday, so show and tell Tuesday. If you have any questions about the stuff or from last week's video, just let me know. I'll try to put any links that were relevant in case you want to try and find it in the description, along with all of the regular links to share and like and find me other places. So I'll see you next week. Bye.